All right, this is Mr. James back with your Lesson 6 Vocabulary and Writing lesson. Make sure you have your book with you so that you can take a look at the vocabulary along with me, and we can read those sentences and use context clues and morphological links to help us better understand the words in the context in which the text uses them. Our first word is the word decimated. Oh, I'm sorry, this is our third word. Let me go back. Sorry about that. Our first word here is the word ambition today. And ambition is found on page 29 in your text, and it is a noun. Sorry, I'm just looking at my book over here. And it is in the or trouble box in the first sentence there, so please locate that in your text. And it says, Burke put his ambition to make history ahead of the safety of his men. So in that sentence there, it says he puts his ambition to make history. And we know from that section that he wanted to make history. And so I'm thinking that probably it's like something he wants to do. And he put that ahead of the safety of his men. So that's sort of my guess right now, just based on the context. And so we're going to see, it was his motivation, his drive, his persistence, sort of like his want. And another word there is the word ambitious. If someone is very ambitious, it means that they are very motivated to do something. They really want to do it, or they have a lot of dreams that they're trying to achieve. That would make someone very ambitious, or they're willing to take on things that are very difficult tasks. That would also make them ambitious. So my sentence says the early explorers needed lots of resources and the ambition to travel into the unknown. They had to have that motivation or that drive, that want to do that. Please pause the video and write your own sentence now. All right, and thank you for writing that own creative, good context sentence. And we'll get to our next word, which is the word contempt. And it is also on page 29. It's also in the or trouble section. And so we should find that very easily here. It is a noun, so it is a thing. And I'm going to read the sentence. And it says, in many places, these diseases decimated the population. Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm on the wrong page again. My fault. Let's go back to that or trouble section on page 29. I got ahead of myself there. All right, so after the sentence that said, Burke put his ambition to make history ahead of the safety of his men, it says, he also treated I'm not even going to try to pronounce their name, those people, that group of people, with contempt. Okay? He used water from Cooper's Creek, camped on their territory, and took their food, then shot at them. Notice I had to read the next sentence as well to find a good context to the word contempt. And if he camped on their ground, if he used their water, if he ate their food and shot at them, he didn't treat them very well. So treating them with contempt means that he treated them disrespectfully. He hated them. He despised them. That's sort of to have contempt for someone. So in my sentence, it says the employee showed contempt for his boss by showing up late and putting in very little effort. So he didn't show very much respect. He showed that his hatred or that he despised him in that way. Pause the video and write your own sentence now. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you wrote a good, high-quality sentence with good context clues. Our next word here is the word decimated, and it is a verb on page 31 in the text. And in that text, we'll find the word decimated in the or troubles box under spread of diseases. And in that box, it says, explorers often brought new diseases with them. Millions of people died as a result. In many places, these diseases decimated the local population. To the people whose land they reached, many explorers were definitely not heroes. So if it decimated the local population, decimated being a verb, ends in ed, past tense, I would have to look at the decimated local population. Population is the amount of people that live somewhere. And in the sentence before, it says millions of people died. So if a population was decimated and people were dying, I would think that decimated would mean decreased then, destroy or damaged badly. So to decimate something is to destroy it or damage it in a very harsh way. So the sentence I wrote says the earthquake decimated the building, leaving only a large pile of glass and rubble. So in your sentence there, you can see that I'm referring to something being destroyed, damaged very badly. Decimated would not be something if you stubbed your toe, you wouldn't say you decimated your toe. This is more when something is extremely damaged. So please make sure you're using good context when you write your own sentence after pausing the video. For our right in the response reading question, it says to use time order words such as first, next, and last to describe the events on pages 26 through 29 in order. So please make sure in this particular case, this is a good practice of those transitional words when you're writing an informative piece. And just tell us what happened. What were the main events? Not every event, but what were the main things that happened from pages 26 to 29 in the section that we read today? Thanks so much for checking in and watching this writing and vocabulary video. Hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you again soon.